see this. It's the Christmas holidays. And I'm right where I want to be in my little hideaway with my books and my computer, my reading material. And if I ever have thought that's worth sharing, I'll share it with you. But in the meantime, I'm going to have some cocoa in my mug. My neighbor obviously went to Tampa, Florida, and I got a mug. And I'm going to light up a cigarette. I always tear the filters off first because I'm after the nicotine. But where's my lighter? I can't find my lighter. Oh yeah. I'll put it in there to keep it safe. Keep it warm. So it'll light. Flying over Axel Heiberg Island in 1985, a geological survey team was amazed to see a hillside dotted with large stumps. Scientists have since dated the fossil forest at 45 million years old and have excavated alligator bones, evidence that the Arctic climate was once similar to the Florida Everglades today. Flying over Axel Heiberg Island in 1985, a geological survey team was amazed to see a hillside dotted with large stumps. Axel Heiberg Island is approximately 900 miles north of the Arctic Circle, near Greenland. Scientists have since dated the fossil forest at 45 million years old and have excavated alligator bones, evidence that the Arctic climate was once similar to the Florida Everglades today. I have a map from an old issue of National Geographic magazine. dated 1997, and all the stars are falling toward the core of the galaxy, and as they fall, they orbit one another. And as stars orbit, some of them pass outside the interstellar dust and back in. Some of them remain inside the dust for long periods of time, billions and billions of years. But if we're orbiting a star that's near the surface of this dust, such as the Orion arm of the Milky Way galaxy, you can assume that we probably come up out of the dust and back in repeatedly, which would cause repeated periods of glaciation on the Earth's surface, ice caps to grow very large and then retreat, and grow very large and then retreat, again and again and again. Let me get up real close so I can make this plain. I don't want you to misunderstand. Everybody knows that stars don't move. The sun, for example, we know is a star, but it doesn't move. The Earth moves. I'm going to try in this video to tie everything together and show you that I'm really not exactly talking about stars exactly, but I'm going to say a few things to tie that up, my series of videos about stars, because in geologic terms 10,000 years and 20,000 years was not very long ago, but 20,000 years ago there was a mile of ice on top of Canada, and we know this from the evidence left behind, that this thick ice, so massive, so much mass of ice, that it extruded as it does like in Antarctica. It pushes along, the ice moves and carves out and gouges out places on the ground, and it created the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes, which now beautiful blue water, blue sparkling water. I swam in Lake Michigan, I believe it is, near Chicago. It was wonderful. It was like a huge freshwater lake, which is what it is. That was under a mile of ice only 20,000 years ago. Down here in Mississippi, we have what are called bayous. These are creeks that backed up. These are creeks that backed up because sea level rose. I could see these bayous. They were once little creeks. When ocean level rose as much as 100 feet, these little creeks backed up. The ocean began to intrude upon the land. And it's been doing this for the past 10,000 years. The ocean sea levels have been increasing for 10,000 years because Al Gore's ice caps have been melting for 10,000 years. See, if we are not willing to work, we're not willing to think, not willing to stay alive, not willing to do what we have to do in order to be comfortable and free and to maintain our dignity, people of ill repute will propagate lies and cause us to lose our freedom, our dignity,